It's only one.
Podcast with your brother, Old God, and SamAnt. We going in today on this Tuesday, man, episode 190. If you're listening, if you're enjoying the content right now, please do not hesitate to go ahead and hit that 5-star rating. And before you get out of here, do not forget to subscribe to this channel so you can get all our podcasts as we drop 4 to 5 every week. I'm going to talk about ASAP Rocky, SamAnt. Now, ASAP Ferg put a video out on IG. I'm going to play his video. Then we're going to get into the situation of ASAP Rocky being locked up over there in Sweden, man.
It's crazy.
Here's ASAP Ferg.
A lot of people ask me about the status on Rocky and all of the homies. Man, Rocky's stuck in a bad situation right now. We staying positive. We're going to get through it. We got lawyers. We reaching out to politicians. Anybody who got any type of connections to any politicians out there in Sweden, anybody reach out. And I appreciate all the love and support from everybody. I appreciate all of y'all. A lot of people ask me about the status.
All right, so that's a video from is there another portion here? Let me see.
I think that was it.
That's it. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. So that's ASAP Ferg putting out a video. Now we're hearing that, pretty much he's over there, and we thought that since it was Sweden, that it was like some Tinseltown, nice out there, not even no bars. But we're hearing that he's in some pretty third world country type conditions in the jail. I'm not even fit for animals. SamAnt, what do you think about this, man? Because you actually seen more. The full videotape of what went down. So what do you think about this, man?
Well, we've been wanting to talk about this for a couple of days now, but we've been just so loaded with stuff, and I guess we just been missing it. Now it's coming up to the point where it's looking serious for that brother, and talented rapper out there in Sweden on a European tour. And it was a situation where I guess they had two hecklers that was just bothering them. They're trying to go throughout the city. They're bothering them, badgering them for 2 hours at a time. And it just came to a halt. I was also hearing that the guys were harassing females and just doing a bunch of disrespectful stuff. Came to a halt. ASAP Rocky got enough of it. And from what the camera shows, you see homeboy getting thrown in the street and then getting rolled out. And then that clip gets thrown on various outlets that love that kind of stuff. And now we're seeing him sit behind bars for, they're saying, at least 2 weeks. Third world country conditions, not knowing what his situation is. Good guy, good situation that it was in, and now he may do some serious time in an international jail.
Right.
Holy shit.
Right.
How did this happen?
Yeah, and they're saying like, the most could be 6 years. Now I did just receive an update that the U.S. Department of Justice is now, monitoring this case, whatever that means, you know what I mean? So get that man out.
Say, go get his ass out.
Now, how do you feel though, SamAnt, though, about T.I. and I think a few other people said, look, man, we're not going over there to perform in Sweden no more. We're not dealing with Sweden. How you feel about that?
Good, I guess. Yeah, that's cool. They're out here, I guess, doing what they got to do on social media. They do on social media. Just get him out.
Right.
Like, go ahead and not perform there after. Damn, putting it out there. Just talk collectively amongst each other and just don't go out there. Fuck their money up.
Right.
But get that man out. Like, that's the only focus right now should be getting ASAP Rocky out of prison, out of that jail. When you look at what he did, let's talk about what he did, because there'll be a lot of people that just argue on that because the video don't look good. And I want to break that down into pieces. Yeah, people that dropped the video, people that promoted the video, and then just do what happened actually in the video. Dude, manhandle him like obviously he could. Do you put blame on ASAP Rocky, even though, and let's put this into the situation, 2 hours being heckled, seeing females get disrespected, how much can a man take? And now he's on camera.
He could have tore his ass up. He should have did it. If that was the case, and 2 hours, like, I mean, how much restraint should you have? You know what I mean? Like, and then you talk about being heckled, somebody running you down. He's lucky he didn't get shot. Let's just keep it a buck. I mean, a lot of these security details is armed and they're not taking, everything has to be looked. When you look at situations like Nipsey, Chink Drugs, and other people who have got killed in their hometown, everything, has to be taken serious. Every threat has to be taken serious. So, there's a petition out right now that has 130,000 signatures right now on change.org for ASAP Rocky to be released. But another thing is the prisons over there, which that was crazy because I remember seeing a documentary. I could have swore Sweden had some of the best prisons, but I'm guessing, you know what I mean? Maybe they just put him in the black one over there but this is sad. I do, however, see him, getting out of this situation, hopefully. I mean, again, it's a whole nother country, a whole nother jurisdiction. And it's just, man, I'm not really surprised, to be honest though with you, man.
Nah, the day and age we live in, I think will help us in this situation where it's just going to be so much attention on it. They're just going to let him go ahead and do his thing. Yep. Probably not be allowed back in the country, lose his rights to go in the country. Fuck it, I don't want to come back anymore.
Exactly.
And I think we'll eventually see him out of this. But as we talk about it, we could say that it's going to end soon, but it's seconds going by for him. That's feeling like years. So just get him out of there as fast as possible. Go ahead and pay your fine for beating up that heckler and keep it moving, man. And I agree with you. Oh God, I would have did the same thing. 2 hours is enough time.
Because like at the first 5 minutes, I'm like, dog, yo, if you come over here again,
he's a threat.
Yeah.
And I'm putting him to sleep.
Right. And again, you know, we talked, we were kind of chilling in our pre-production, kind of talking about the ASAP Rocky. We were like, you know, maybe he could have avoided it. Maybe he should have. But I didn't realize, that's a long time, you know, and, you know, when you're in other countries and there's different laws and everything, but I don't care where I am. Like, you're going to stand your ground. I don't care if I'm in Africa, Sweden, you know, Jamaica, I'm standing my ground.
Got to.
Yeah.
As a man, that's how we were raised. And that doesn't mean we're going to be looking for trouble or anything like that. But 2 hours is enough time. And I don't think that he was rolling with any security, because if he was, I think they would have deaded that early. Somebody 6'7" get up in your face and stop you as a brick wall and start moving you the other way. You keep it moving, bro.
Definitely.
Keep it moving. And that's your last warning.
Yeah.
But man, ASAP Rocky, prayers out to you, man. Hopefully you get out soon and get up out of that.
ASAP, definitely.
For real.
Yes, sir. But you tune into the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother, Oh God, and SamAnt. Speaking of hop news uncensored, and sitting across from me is my co-host.
What it do? What's good? It's your brother SamAnt. Viral hip hop news. It feels good to be what we are doing right now. Episode 190 of the Uncensored Truth Hip Hop Uncensored podcast. God, what's good, my brother?
What up, man? We in the building, the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, man. Feeling very, very great and blessed to be in the building today. First and foremost, man, I want to give a shout out to all the listeners, the humble, loyal listeners that continue to come back to the podcast, and even the new people who have got referred over here, man. Peace, y'all, and I hope that y'all enjoy every minute of the podcast as we get ready to talk about what the hell's been going on in the world this week, man. Yeah, man. And it's a lot of good topics out there that we're gonna pull together and talk about today. So hopefully, you guys will enjoy it.
Indeed, man. Shout out to everyone that is downloading to radio.com app. We see you getting recommended over there by the day. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all keep telling a friend to tell a friend to download the radio.com app and get with your brother's Hip Hop Uncensored podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all the major online outlets. The audio version of the podcast, the only place you can hear us raw, real, and uncut. Oh God, what we got on the lineup today, man?
We rocking today, man. We're gonna be talking about Offset, getting the gun charge dropped against him, but it appears that there's a larger investigation about Offset. Now, Master P also sat down on the Breakfast Club, and man, did he drop one of the best interviews that I heard in a long time on the Breakfast Club. We're going to talk about some of the talking points, that he discussed and expound on that. We're going to be talking about R&B singer August Alsina. He put out a video today, and it's pretty sad, to see this, but we're going to talk about that and some of the struggles that he's dealing with right now. He gave his fans an update today. Also, ASAP Rocky still remains behind bars in a Swedish prison, some real unhumane conditions. So we're going to speak about that. And, a lot of the rappers now saying they not going there no more. So we're going to, talk about that whole aspect. Also, Nicki Minaj, announced, put out a message on her Instagram today that said, look, she's not going to be doing the Saudi Arabia show. And we're going to talk about the reasons behind and what kind of caused Nicki to fall back. Also, Kanye West is making some big news. Pretty much the Yeezy brand right now is doing some big numbers. They put projections out. You're not going to believe those numbers. We got a few other topics. Little Duval talked about mental health and a few other things today, man. We going to definitely be on here for an hour today, getting it in, man. So hopefully, get your popcorn, roll your blunt, whatever you do, get whatever your vice is, and, sit back and relax, man.